Bible only tells about 3 years of his life. The gospel only talks about 2 weeks. The passion, what happened to him for this period. It's a very short description of his life. So we don't know much to say he didn't sin. But the big question is, what do you mean by sin? Because as Muslims, we don't believe any prophet sinned. Sin means willful disobedience to the commands of God. We don't believe any prophet that God chosen to send the people willfully disobey God.
You don't believe Muhammad sinned?
No.
Do you hear the definition? Clear definition.
Sin in Islam means willful disobedience to the command of God. So that means that when God commanded something, you willfully disobey what God said
Not
to do,
mistakes.
and that's called a sin.
He started questioning himself.
We make mistakes in judgment.
Started
yes, that
himself.
happens.
How are you translating the Quran's command to Muhammad to repent of his sins?
Because the Prophet Muhammad is teaching people.
They're not going to ask that.
Istighfar, if you don't know, is a form of worship to God. God says if you ask for forgiveness, just the act alone, Allah will send you blessings. It's in the car. So to say, Allah forgive me, is a form of worship. It's a form. The Prophet Muhammad used to say he should make forgiveness coming from the bathroom. Go for on, okay. So,
No, when it says seek forgiveness of your sins.
what do you mean? No. Talk to the Prophet Muhammad or? Okay, so sins, again, sin, willful disobedience to God. Human mistakes. Errors. Not willful disobedience. We do as human beings. The Prophet Muhammad said something one time, a man came to him for guidance. And he was trying to convey a message to the people of his time, Quraysh. This man was blind. He turned away from him and was like, right now I'm kind of busy with these people here. This is very important. He turned away from him. God sanctioned him for that. Abasa wa tawalla. He frowned and turned away. God, in the Quran, sanctioned the Prophet Muhammad for doing an action he thought was more praiseworthy to talk to them to this man. Two things here. One is that's considered an error. It's not a willful disobedience to God. Secondly, if you claim the Prophet Muhammad wrote the Quran, why would he sanction himself, broadcast it in front of everybody, make it part of an eternal speech forever, blaming himself amongst the people? It's illogical. So it's proof. You have the argument of embarrassment, right? You've mentioned this many times, David. Why would he sanction himself about something no one knew was an error except him?
No. What I'm saying is...
Answer the question though. You have to think about this. Don't just disregard it and go somewhere else.
I'm saying I don't believe that Muslim scriptures are claiming that Muhammad is sinless. I believe he was perfectly wide open about being a sinner.
Sin is willful disobedience to God. In our Aqidah, we believe no prophet sin. They make mistakes. They don't sin. Sin is willful disobedience to the command of God.
And that's why I was trying to ask the question about Asia. Like, how could a prophet of God
Yes.
be with a child, take her as a
Was she a child? In the oral
that's
culture.
what I was trying to ask the question, and I was not able to finish. So I can listen because I've heard like Muslims say yes, she was a child of 6 years old, and others say it was 9 years old, and others say it's
Just so you know, it's 6 or 7 when he married her, and then 9 years old when he consummated, when she came to him. So just
How long did he
to
wait?
me, that's a sin.
No, it's not a sin. How long did the Prophet ﷺ wait? Why did the Prophet?
2 to 3 years.
No, why did the Prophet? Okay, let's get this right. Yeah, he's a pedophile. A'udhu billah. But a'udhu billah, he decided to wait 3 years. What are you waiting 3 years for? For what?
Well, they tell us.
No. For what? For?
It's in the hadith.
Okay, for what?
She said she got sick and all her hair fell out, so she had some sort of
so
sickness.
because of that. So the Prophet ﷺ
No,
waited.
I'm saying-
No,
You're saying
that's-
at 9 years
no,
old,
no, no,
there's no pedophilia?
You cannot compare. Let me tell you something. One second. In France, the age for marriage now is 15. So that means in UK, France is a pedophilic country to us. In the United Arab Emirates, the age is 18. So for United Arab Emirates, UK, France, all of Europe is a pedophilic country. So who sets the standard? So what we say,
God.
no,
Not the UK.
Madam, what is it?
Sure.
Not the law.
Madam,
God.
Exactly. So
Okay.
madam, what makes a woman? Go right to Google and write woman. A woman who reaches the age of puberty. Do you know how many girls in the UK are having sex sex in the bushes, excuse my language, in the bushes while they're 9, 10, 11 and they're getting pregnant. It's a big problem. This pedophilic issue is a new argument. Why didn't any of the Orientalists use this 100 years ago? Why is it something new? Why didn't the Christians...
Aside from that,
But God will assist
Just to be clear.
God will agree with you in this point.
define for her real quickly. First and foremost, you say God is a judge, right? Okay. We're going to get back to the 7th century in Arabia. Aisha being 9 years old in 1 second. But if God is a judge, I'm asking you, in what scripture did God ever define the age of marriage? Bring me one single verse in the Bible where God defined the age of marriage. Moses married young girls. David married young girls. Solomon. If you want to blame the Prophet Muhammad for marrying Aisha in the 7th century, it was perfectly legal and common. Bring me a Bible verse that shows me the age of marriage and then tell me it's pedophilia. Second of all, pedophilia is, by definition, when you desire or seeking out young girls for intimacy. This was not the state of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He married widows. He married people. You know, his first wife was older than he was by 15 years. Don't tell me he's a pedophile. This is nonsense. This is Orientalist. But
So at what age he had sex
but
with Aisha?
I'm asking you, if God is a judge, what age did God say is legal for marriage? I'm asking you from the Bible.
With a woman, not a child.
I'm asking you, what age did God say in the Bible is suitable for marriage? I'm asking you. Because according to some scholars, Rebecca. Isaac married Rebecca. To some scholars, she was 3 years old. And it says, it says in Jewish commentary, it says
what that passage means.
he went into her immediately.
Do you all remember Rebecca when she's carrying her hot water
This
glass
is
and getting
Bible
down and
commentary
going down so short?
about
She's
Isaac,
3.
the grandfather of Jesus, marrying a 3-year-old girl and having sex
The
with
Bible
her.
doesn't say that.
I'm telling you, it does.
Chapter and verse.
Yeah. She's right.
When you find the commentary on the age Rebecca and Isaac married her, Jewish commentary, he mentions she was 3 years old. Some say she was 14. Listen.
That's not Bible.
Okay, listen.
Anybody can make a commentary.
What was the age of Rebecca? It don't say. It doesn't say.
It says what she was doing. She's taking it.
Some say she was 14. In any case, she still was a young girl. Isaac was in his 60s.
What about Mary, the mother of Jesus?
60. He was 60.
It doesn't mention the year.
Exactly. So if God don't mention the age, how are you going to come in 2018 and say he's a pedophile when God never mentioned the age?
Can I say
Why is it a pedophile for Muhammad but not a pedophile for anybody in the Bible?
Because the Bible says that we should protect children.
No, but
Moses married a young girl. You look, it says.
How old was she?
Huh?
How old was she?
I'm asking you, how old was she?
That's what I'm saying. You're saying we know Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old girl.
Yes.
But there are
Woman.
other people, and it doesn't mention their age. So therefore, maybe they were really young.
9-year-old woman.
The language in the Jewish word for the word that's used, it means young girl. It don't specify the age, but we know it was in oral culture back then. It was common. Also, the mortality rate of women were much younger. You 20 years old, in that culture, you're old.
That's my thing. God does not respect culture.
God?
No.
So if that's the case,
the standard is not your culture or my culture.
Exactly, my
the
sister.
standard is God.
So if that's the case, how are you going to call Prophet Muhammad a pedophile when in that culture it's acceptable?
She was a child.
And God, a child according to
And the
who?
Bible does say we
According
should
to who?
protect
A child according to who?
according to God.
Everybody, David, our sister here, everybody is concerned about Aisha radiallahu anha. How could the Prophet do this to her? Well, let's let Aisha radiallahu anha speak for herself. Show me a single hadith in the entire literature of Islam where Aisha radiallahu anha comes and says, you know what? I didn't want to be with him. And there is some narrations where the Prophet ﷺ was annoyed with Aisha anha, and he didn't do this kind of motion. So we're not hiding nothing in our hadiths. I'm just mentioning that, yeah? Let Aisha anha speak for herself. Everybody's speaking on her behalf. Did she ever come and say that? No. They would race with the Prophet ﷺ. They would drink from the same cup. They would even watching the Ethiopians dancing, and the Prophet ﷺ's cheek would be next to her cheek. She never, and she is one of the biggest scholars, female scholars in Islam, who quoted 2,000 hadith. This is the girl you guys are trying to defend, who's saying, I don't don't have a problem. You guys have the problem. So Aisha and Anha has never ever complained about the Prophet, peace be upon him, forcing. And you know what? Aisha and Anha was offered to the Prophet. Don't get it twisted. The Prophet ﷺ didn't say, "Ooh, I need a young girl." Who's got? He was no.
Muhammad had a dream about her.
No, she was going to. It was.
Muhammad had a dream. He said he went to her, and Abu Bakr objected. He said, "What are you talking about? I'm your brother."
No. She was engaged.
He said,
before.
"You're my brother."
No.
She's
Aisha Anha was engaged. She was going to get engaged before to another man. Yeah. Okay. And then they offered it to Prophet, peace be upon him. Even then, even if you go with your argument, yeah, the issue here is this. This argument is new. Tell me something. Did any Orientalist 100 years ago, before that, ever use this argument? If not, why not? Why is this
matter if
it does matter.
the person, no,
because
it matters if God cares. Not if
if you're going to call, my dear sister, if you're going to call the Prophet a pedophile, your grandparents are all pedophiles. This country is a pedophilic country. Your whole history is pedophile.
Exactly. And my grandparents could be in agreement with Muhammad. That doesn't make them right.
So my sister, let me ask you a question. Married.
I am from Ecuador. There's a lot of pedophilia there. Does that I
No,
want to defend that my culture
that's
defend that?
different.
No. I will defend God. God is right, not my culture.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Mary, the mother of Jesus, yes? How old was she when she became pregnant
It
with
doesn't
Jesus?
mention.
I'm asking you.
It does not mention.
Historically, what do people say? When they look at the evidence, historically, what do they say her age was about? From the youngest to the oldest age. Give me an approximation. At youngest, maybe 10. Oldest, maybe 13.
12.
Between 10 and 13, God impregnated her.
You're making this up.